Welcome everyone to the Avengenerds podcast, where we talk Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and more. I'm your host Peyton, and with me is my co-host Torin.
Yo.
We have a great show for everyone this week. We're going to be reviewing The Boys Season 4. And of course, we're also going to be talking about the news of the week. We got a lot of news to get through. So there's going to be time codes in the description or the show notes if you want to jump around. And with that, let's just get right into the news. So first, we're going to start off with some heavily, this is a rumor. We talk about, you know what I mean? Usually it's like, oh, this is according to whoever. And it's like, I don't know, the Hollywood Reporter. And when it's a trade, like 95% of the time it's accurate, but this is like from someone who, you know, we don't really know the credibility of, but it's interesting to talk about anyway. This is according to Nexus Point News. Again, don't know the credibility, but Daniel RPK did retweet it. So, if that counts, that's something. But supposedly Kumail Najiani has been cast as the DCU's Booster Gold.
It's such a good casting.
Impeccable casting, if you don't mind me saying. It's I was telling Will, because like when you talk about Booster Gold, I'm thinking like Glenn Powell or someone like that. People have been saying Chris Pratt for a while. I don't know. But it's like Joel from The Last of Us, and when like Pedro Pascal for the live action adaptation was never even on my radar for that character. But the second it was like Pedro Pascal has been cast as Joel, I was like, oh yeah, that works. that really works. Actually, it's the same when I saw this. Like Kumail Najiani is like, I didn't think about him for a second for this character, but the second I heard it, I was like, oh wait, that's actually kind of perfect. Now James Gunn has said that no one has been officially cast, but you know it's always possible that it's like an unofficial. It's like, hey, you're gonna be our Booster Gold. You know, like he talked to him. He was like, hey, you're gonna be it. You're the guy. So still certainly interesting and something to keep your eyes on. Next up, we got a bunch of Marvel news. So let's get through this. We got the Agatha All Along trailer, and you're being a D1 hater about it.
I feel like the trailer doesn't do it justice. I will have to see the full show.
I think the trailer looks like a lot of fun.
Something.
It looks like a lot. It looks fun, man. Aubrey Plaza's in it. That's all I need. I'm in.
Yeah, Aubrey Plaza. Of course.
Bro's hating, bro.
No, I'm not hating.
Bro said the MCU peaked at Endgame.
No, it peaked at Black Widow.
Oh no. There is going to be a 2-episode premiere on September 18th. So, you know, that's just kind of...
How many episodes is it going to be?
I want to say 8, but I'm not 100% sure. It's not 6.
Thank God.
I think. Oh, 9.
Good.
It's going to be 9 episodes. 9 episodes, Torin. 9. This is according to Gizmodo. Kevin Feige says that they have writers currently working on Spider-Man 4 now, who are apparently going to be delivering them a draft relatively soon. We know that Sony wants to get the ball rolling on this. They want to start filming like in the fall, like November, December. Whether Marvel Studios is going to, you know, really the smart thing for Marvel Studios to do is just drag their feet until they feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, so working on scripts now, good stuff. This is according to comicbook.com. Again, from Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige reveals that a Noah series is in fact in the works, and it will be focused on Dick Ryder. And he said it's, quote, 3 or 4 years out from release.
Can't wait even fucking longer.
Hell Jesus. Yeah, but if we're getting Dick Ryder, it's going to be worth the wait. Excited to see Dick Ryder in live action?
I want you to shut the fuck up.
What do you have against Dick Ryder, bro?
It's not his name.
That is his name, though.
No, it's not his name.
I'm pretty sure his name is Dick Ryder, bro. It's in. You can look it up. It's
not his name.
It is.
Not his name.
All right. It's his name, but sure.
Not his name.
Anyway, next, Lamorne Morris from New Girl, who plays Winston in New Girl, he's in other stuff too, but he's probably most well known for New Girl, has been cast as Robbie Robertson in the Spider-Man Noir series, along with Brendan Gleeson as the villain in an unknown role. The cast for this series is honestly looking pretty stacked.
Hell yeah.
Not only that, but according to Daniel RPK, Sandman will reportedly appear in the series and will feature Nicolas Cage as Ben Reilly, but not Peter Parker, which a lot of people have been speculating is probably like a legal thing. Like they're not allowed to use Peter Parker technically, so they're just making him Ben Reilly, which I mean, this might as well be the same thing. Also, the character will apparently still have his Noir look, but he'll just go by Ben Reilly instead of Peter Parker. So it's not that big of a deal, I guess, unless you're a huge stickler for that. Are you a huge stickler for that? I don't really care.
No.
As long as it's good.
Same.
Marvel Studios will officially return for a Hall H panel at San Diego Comic-Con on July 26th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So the only apparently the panel will be an hour long. The bad thing about this, it's mostly for us. By the time we record our review for Deadpool and Wolverine, which will be the 25th, probably like when it comes out, you're going to be leaving. So it's not like it's not like we can wait for Comic-Con to happen.
Yeah, I know.
So we're going to be a little late to the game, but it is what it is. But hey, I mean, that's what a back-to-back punch, right? Deadpool and Wolverine right into Hall H Comic-Con. I'm in. Also, Comic-Con stuff. Marvel Animation will also have their own panel at D23 in August. Again, like, it's not like it's just like a month away for D23, and Marvel Animation is going to be showcasing new details and first looks for Eyes of Wakanda, What If Season 3, X-Men 97 Season 2, and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. So that's going to be really exciting. I also imagine that the rumor is that for Hall H at Comic-Con, they're going to be focusing on their film slate, while at D23, Marvel Studios is going to focus on their television stuff. But Marvel Animation is going to have their own section. You know, speaking of Marvel Animation, specifically X-Men 97, and this is according to Deadline, Matthew Chauncey, probably pronouncing that wrong, but he is behind What If, is reportedly set to write X-Men 97 Season 3. Bodemile's work has been revised and completed for Season 2, though. So I don't know how to feel about this, to be honest.
Fuck did that man do, bro?
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Like, seriously. I thought it was going to be like maybe a James Gunn thing where it's like, we'll fire you to save face for a bit and then we'll bring it back. But they seem to be moving ahead without him. I have no idea what this dude did. But Matthew Chauncey, I mean, technically X-Men's a bigger playground to work. I don't know. Anything could be good. I don't know. I'm worried. Because season 1 was absolute peak. I'm expecting season 2 to also be absolute peak. And I like What If, but it's not X-Men 97 level.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
I'm terrified.
All right, this is according to the Hollywood Reporter. And this is pretty big stuff. The Russo brothers are reportedly in talks to direct Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret Wars. So that's just part 1. Part 2, this is according to Deadline. The Russo brothers are being brought into the fold at Marvel Studios on, quote, various fronts. The first priority will be directing both Avengers sequels. And according to Daniel RPK, the Russos will apparently, the various fronts aspect will apparently be overseeing all MCU projects leading up to Secret Wars and the Mutant Saga. However, that's only if Marvel Studios and the Russos can come to an agreement. I see this as an absolute win.
Same.
A lot of people are crying because the Russos' work outside of the MCU is a mixed bag at best. And, you know, there was some things that, like, you watched The Gray Man, right? And
Yeah.
you thought, it was okay?
Yeah, it's all right.
I watched Cherry with Tom Holland. That was directed by the Russos. I really liked that, actually. That was a pretty good movie. But, yeah, other than that, it's a mixed bag. It is what it is. But with their work with the MCU, I mean, it can't be denied. Literally everything they've been involved with has been fucking gold. This has been the best stuff the MCU has ever put out. So not only would they be directing the next 2 Avengers films, which is obviously a good sign, but they'd also be overseeing a lot of the MCU projects. I imagine it's like, because obviously Kevin oversees the MCU. I imagine it's more like creative quality assurance.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, we gotta make sure this is good. And the Russos, I mean, people are gonna cry all they want about Endgame, but they understand these characters. They really do. And I also should also point out, I think this is my opinion here, I think they should also bring back Marcus and McFeely. They were with them, the Russos, the entire way. I mean, they outside of the Captain America: The First Avenger, which they wrote, and that was directed by Joe Johnston, but the Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, that was also Marcus and McFeely along with the Russos. So I think that would also be a smart move too, but I don't know. Yeah, so I really hope that this deal happens with the Russos, because I think their work within this universe is, I feel like we need them. I think we're already heading to the right track. Like we're veering onto the rails, but I think the Russos would really hit that quality assurance home, I think. And last but certainly not least, we have the Captain America: Brave New World trailer.
Really, really fucking good. Although I will say it is a product of bad timing.
Is it bad timing or is it perfect timing?
Depending on who you are, it's a little bit of both.
I think it's perfect timing.
You think it's perfect timing?
I think it's perfect timing.
You think it's perfect?
I think it's perfect timing.
It's just kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Fucking Red Hulk looks sick as shit.
He looks so good. What a perfect shot for the trailer. Him catching the shield and just fucking slamming it into the ground. So good.
I know, that's fucking nice. I also love the inclusion of Isaiah Bradley in this.
Of course. Yeah, I was talking to Will. That is, other than Red Hulk, I guess, easily the most fascinating part of the trailer. What the fuck is going on with him?
He looks like a bit younger too, like in that trailer.
He's just spry, bro.
Probably got more of that serum, you know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, bro goes to kill Harrison Ford.
I know. Fucking nuts.
Except he's not a registered Republican, so it's not exactly the same, is it?
I don't know.
The trailer looks really good. A lot of people are crying about the CGI because they always do. You know, it's a movie that's 7 months away. An unfinished movie is going to look unfinished. What a surprise. But a lot of the shots, like the cinematography, is really good. The editing on this trailer is fucking fantastic.
Editing is fucking amazing. Definitely like fucking like, so like Winter Soldier vibes, like for sure.
100%. I think, I mean, we've talked about this before. This needs to be good for the sake of a lot of things. But you can't have your first movie with Black Captain America to be bad, because that's not gonna go over well. But there's also a lot of people who clearly just haven't seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing a lot of posts that are like, this is Isaiah Bradley, what's up with him? Where'd he come from? It's like, well, you know, if you watch the show. And I know that everyone wants to watch the show, but it's also it's solid. I mean, it's not my favorite, but everyone else seems to like it more than I do. So, I mean, it's a good thing, I guess.
And people are upset about the reworking and or if they're going to be in this project, Sabra, you know, with the whole
Israel stuff.
Yeah, the Israel stuff going on.
So we do know that the character is reworked. I think I read her name won't be Sabra, or maybe it will be, but her backstory is different. I think she's still Israeli, but she's not like with the IDF. You know what I mean? Apparently she's gonna be a former Black Widow, and also gonna be a right hand to the president, Harrison Ford, or Thunderbolt Ross, or Red Hulk, which tells me, because he's gonna be, I don't know about the villain, because the villain's probably the leader, maybe.
Fat ass head, bro.
But that would probably make her a de facto antagonist, which would probably ease a lot worries that people have about that character being in the film. I don't know. It really all depends on execution, and I think a lot of people are probably going to go and boycott it anyway, but it's not going to work. They never work. At least with these films and other stuff, sure. But yeah, I don't think, especially in this, Sabra is such a obscure character. General audiences don't even like, know.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, yes, like Sabra was like only in like very like couple of issues, like in some of the older comics. So it's like you have to be like a really, no, I'm not saying like kind of like a big comic book fan, but it's like, you know, comics if you know like Sabra and like the whole thing with like the you know, what that character stood for in the comics, or you know, with the IDF and everything like that, and really fucked up stuff in the comics of what she did. But ultimately, when it comes to the movie, well, yeah, we'll see how it is. Like what we're gonna see. I mean, it's like 7 months away, so we'll see like, you know, early reviews of whether it's worth seeing or not, and you know, who knows? Maybe I'll sneak in to watch the movie.
I wonder.
Tickets are expensive as hell.
I wonder why it's releasing in February.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's the reason.
Oh my God.
Yep. Well, that's the news of the week, which means it's time to move on to our topic. Unless you have something else to say about Captain America: Brave New World.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. Good trailer. I'm excited. We're gonna be talking about The Boys. How do you want to do this? I don't even want to talk about like non-spoilers. Okay, I'll do a quick non-spoiler section. People are mad. I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it's good too.
All right, let's get into it.
I have a lot to talk about this season.
Yeah, because a lot of stuff we want to talk about is pretty spoiler heavy. It's not. It's The Boys is a very difficult show to do a non-spoiler because everything's a spoiler. There's like every episode, there's like this crazy shit happening. Like, so yeah, I get. Yeah, why don't you go ahead? I'll bounce off you.
So I have a lot of things to talk about when it comes to the season. Number one, I think the season is really good. There's, I mean, of course, continuing to shit on the right with all the stuff that's going on. I love the
wait. They're shitting on the right?
Shit, you don't know?
Wait, what do you mean? This whole season they're setting up Homelander to be the hero, right?
I don't know, man. It's kind of, I think it's kind of a satire, you know.
Huh? What's that?
Oh man, dude, you don't know.
Oh,
man, dude, we're the Boys fandom. We do not watch our own show.
We don't understand subtext.
Yeah,
until it's literally spelled out right in front of us.
But yeah, no. Of course, yeah. Like this season was incredible. There's a lot of stakes that are going on. Everyone, in terms of, you know, the story, which I'll get into the writing a little bit later. I feel like they have been dealt a really pretty good and complex hand in things. I love the inclusion of Sage. Fucking Sage is like really good, like fucking smartest person in the world.
I love her character so much.
Yeah, the character of Sage is really like compelling because, you know, we talked about it like off there, but it's like, you know, that she's smart to the point where like it's not like annoying. Like it's smart to the point to where it's like, oh wow, like yeah, this is really interesting to like what can happen to like you know, like the characters. And I love the parallel of like Sage and Stan Edgar, their characters, and like how they have to deal with Homelander, because, you know, they're two
girl power,
like, brother. they're just like, you know, two like, you know, African American people who are like, you know, basically who have the intellect over Homelander. One of them is saying, yeah, you're going to be surrounded by a bunch of yes men who won't challenge you, which of course goes on into this season. And then you have, you know, Sage, who's like, of course, obviously smarter than him, but it's like, yeah, well, like you may be around yes men, but you can use them to your advantage because they're just human, and like you can use like this whole like Caesar thing. I love that. I love that. That dynamic between like Sage and everything like that.
And Homelander is at a crossroads because he doesn't like yes men, because he doesn't like people kissing his ass because it gets on his nerves, which we see constantly with the Deep.
Yeah.
But he also hates when people challenge him. he thinks he likes it because he has someone to bounce off of, but if he's challenged too much, or it's something he really doesn't like, he's gonna fucking lose it.
Yeah, for sure. And I love how Sage is like, yeah, like I'm way too smart for you, even as like a black woman is gonna challenge your ego, that type of thing. But yeah, like I love the inclusion of Sage. Like she is just like such a wonderful character. And then another inclusion, I like the inclusion of Firecracker.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I was just like obviously like Firecracker is a supposed to be a person who's like this very alt-right Jesus loving person with like a podcast, and like spitting out like all this like really conspiracy theorist bullshit, like pretty much like Alex Jones type of shit. Yes,
she even did the exact bit with the Jewish space lasers. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, and it's like really really fucking funny seeing all that stuff. But going on to like Firecracker, I love how obviously there's a parallel to her and Starlight. I love how it kind of like goes back to like like the pageant thing, whatever. Who fucking said it, or someone, I don't know, but pretty much like there was like a line of dialogue where basically Firecracker says, oh yeah, like I was always like I was always on the outside like looking in, but like since I'm part of the Seven, I gotta prove myself, and that kind of like goes into that whole type of thing. But then with Annie's character, it's like, well, like she was already in, but like she wanted to get out. And so I really like that, like how they got their like little beef, and I love how Starlight's character has like this whole kind of like this like mental block going on, and that happened when when she was getting into beef with Firecracker and she fucking beat her ass on national television. I love that whole thing going on. Yeah, it's so far like some of that stuff is really cool. I want you to jump ahead and see if you have anything about characters and what you like about characters and stuff.
Actually,
like that.
I'm gonna complain.
You're gonna complain?
Yeah.
About Firecracker?
No. About this show.
Oh.
No, I'm actually gonna complain about everything else. So the biggest complaint, well, there's two biggest complaints that I've seen about this season. And that's one, the stuff with Huey, which I think we'll get to later.
I was gonna speak about that because like, yeah, there have been complaints about like the writing of the show.
Yeah, but the second complaint is that they feel like it's filler.
Yeah, I wanted to get into that as well.
It's to me is really stupid, and it's also really funny because were we doing this podcast when season 3 came out? I think we were.
Yeah, we were.
I specifically remember back then everyone was complaining that it was a filler season, but now I'm seeing compilations and edits of like, oh, look what we had in season 3, and now season 4 is filler.
Yeah, no, I truly believe that like it's like literally just like this meathead shit again, where all people want is like just fucking fights and like action, and
well, not only that, they want answers immediately. Exactly, it's like this shit takes time, and I'm gonna get to that later in what we watched, but everyone just wants every little thing answered immediately. They can't fucking wait just for the next episode or the end of the show for certain things to get answered. Oh, Frenchie's gay now? First of all, no, he was always gay. And second of all, oh, but what? Oh, he was with Kumiko or whatever. Maybe if you wait for 2 seconds, like maybe that'll be answered, not only answered, but resolved by the end. Like, hello? Just be patient, man.
Exactly. And it's like things take time to like set up, and like I don't know where people have like, I don't know why people have been saying this is a fucking filler season when obviously things have been going down. Like literally things are inching up, like literally episode by episode to the final season. Nothing like too big is gonna happen until the final season. But we're getting that like with character development, and like, you know, there's more characters I'm going to talk about that have like really great development in this. But like, there's the complaint of it being a filler season is so fucking stupid to me, because number one, filler seasons don't fucking exist. Either your season's going to have something, and there was a lot of that in here. The stakes are building higher and higher, and you see that in the fucking finale. And so it really just doesn't like make sense. I fucking hate how people just can't fucking wait for 2 seconds for something that they're just so like, it's just like this meathead mentality, bro. It's so upsetting. And it's like, dude, holy shit. Be patient, please.
All right, so I talked to Nicole because she's a big fan of The Boys, and she has some complaints I'm going to read out.
Okay.
Vicky deserved a better death.
Okay.
That one I partially agree with.
Yeah, I can understand that too.
It was definitely unceremonious, and I don't want to say it felt like it came out of nowhere, because that's kind of what they were building to the entire season. But it's just like, oh, we can't kill her. Oh, she might be turning, and she's dead. So I get it. But also, I don't know. I feel like the way I feel about her death highly depends on how they execute the next season.
For sure.
But for now, I'm kind of indifferent. She should have popped at least one human head this season. Instead, she popped some chickens.
Hey, bro, I'm not fucking dying to no fucking animals, dude. Fuck that.
That bit was low key. That was
that was fucking crazy as shit. That was a crazy fucking episode.
It really was. I major Doom Patrol vibes.
Yeah, it was really fucking wacky.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah, no, I fucking that one shot. Like because the thing about, like, you know, at least when you've just been watching TV and movies and like certain amount of time, and like, you know, like when something's gonna go down based on like the framing of the camera. When I saw that fucking FBI agent get fucking destroyed by like a sheep, I was like, holy shit, this is fucking insane. And like, yeah, they're all fucking running, dude. It's all fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. It's a great episode.
She also said that Ryan pissed her off so much. She knew Grace was going to die, but she said, still, dude, Ryan not being able to realize, hey, Homelander raped my mother equals bad.
Yeah, then again, it's like, I understand where she's coming from, but also it's like, if I got told that I'm a fucking
rape baby,
like, I'm a rape baby, and I gotta kill my fucking dad, I'm probably gonna lose my shit too. And I'm like,
it's a lot, and he's a kid.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like in like fucking 30 seconds, dude.
I saw a lot of people saying like, oh, I can't believe Ryan sided with Homelander. He didn't. He was like, I'm confused. I need to leave to, think.
Yeah.
He's a kid. And even Butcher recognized that, because Grace was like, was pouring all the shit on him, and Butcher was like, chill.
yeah. And then like on top of that, they were like, oh yeah, like this facility is here to like trap you. So yeah, fucking Butcher was trying to he was like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop.
Yeah.
But understandable, but also it's like, yeah, Ryan's a fucking kid. He has no idea what the fuck is gonna happen.
I think it's funny that everyone thought A-Train was gonna die. but he lived luckily.
Yeah, he lived. I love like seeing like edits. It's like fucking like people like celebrating, and it's like
he survived till the end.
Like when my goat A Train like fucking like survives this season. But yeah, speaking about fucking A Train, can I say his fucking like redemption arc throughout this entire like couple seasons have been fucking great.
It's been so good.
Like I'm just so glad that like, you know, of course, you know, like obviously A Train was becoming like he's like literally unbearable the first season. Second season it was like, okay, well he's still unbearable, but something's gonna happen. And like third, he's going through changes. In the fourth one, he's just an absolute fucking G. And like I love that fucking moment where like, you know, with MM, like, you know, he fucking passed out. He had a fucking panic. He had a heart attack. And he saved him. Because all he had was a panic attack. He felt like
he thought it was a heart attack.
He thought it was a heart attack. And then when he fucking saved him, and like that kid looked at him, dude, that was like fucking amazing.
So
That's such
nice.
a great moment.
This season for me personally did a lot for A Train, because A Train for me was a character I really didn't give a shit about. He had a couple of good moments, mainly the first episode, and a couple of funny bits, but I was just like, all right, it's A Train. But this season did a lot for his character for me. I'm a big fan. Big fan now.
I'm also pretty upset because I really wanted to see Training A Train. You know, like I'm just so sad that it got shelved.
I love the quick thing from Ashley. We just realized we'd make more money if we wrote it off for taxes.
I was like, I was like that HBO shit.
That's crazy. Now the funny thing is, if Amazon ever does that,
they're fucked.
Yeah. Unless they have already, I just don't know. But yeah, there's also that entire, well, not actually, that was a different episode, but the whole D23 parody, and it was all like the Deep was like phases 7 through 17. I was like, God damn it, dude. And then but they made a joke at Amazon's expense. They did like the personalized marketing thing in the show, where it was like a white fan is going to see like a beer bottle, but a black viewer is going to see a bottle of cognac. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And apparently,
like, what the fuck?
Apparently Amazon went to the boys people and they're like, hey, can we do this? And they were like, no. And then they wrote it into the show. Nicole also said it would have been cool for Ashley at the end of the show to give Gen V to the other people on the list. It would have been cool for Ashley to give Gen V, or to give
Compound V?
Compound V, thank you. Compound V to the other people on the list.
I was like, giving Gen V, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, the whole school.
I mean, I can understand like where she's coming, but at the same time, it's like Ashley was like so like Ashley was like in a predicament.
Not only that,
already.
I told her that Ashley doesn't care about anyone but herself.
Yeah, sucks that other Ashley died.
Yeah, it does. She wasn't even on the list.
Yeah, I know. And fucking New Noir got a fucking murder boner.
Speaking of, you want to talk about New Noir? He's fucking great.
Bro, he's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, initially it's like New Noir, oh man, I like Old Noir. And then immediately his first scene, I was like, I'm in.
Yeah, I know. And like I just like love how like, you know, they gave him character as well. Like it's like, it also, I love how, you know, basically he was like, yeah, dude, like fucking, I don't know how to be this person because I'm not him. And like, you know,
he was so secretive, he has nothing to go on.
Yeah. And then he's like, yeah, like all I saw were these fucking cartoons in his locker. And he's pretty much like, he was explaining how like, yeah, like I never really, I mean, I wanted to be like kind of like a performer. I mean, he's like, dude, I can fucking fly. And then it's so funny because like literally he says, yeah, I can fly. And then like in the episode when they're fighting at the boys HQ, he's like, oh my God, he can fly.
He could fly?
That shit was so fucking
Starlight's
funny.
like, he could talk?
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. But Yeah, obviously, like fucking new Noir was really cool. I also like love that that bro scene with him in the deep,
bro.
And then fucking
Sage.
Yeah, Feige, yeah, it's like, what do you mean lobotomy, bro?
That was so good. But
Speaking
also,
of
yeah, that's so fucked.
So fucking, I know.
Man.
Hey, but dude, that's looking kind of a flex though.
No, 100%.
You managed to fucking bag the smartest person on earth, dude.
You ain't even need. It's because he's black. Do you think he passed out during sex? He definitely did.
Yeah,
he passed out during a brawl.
That's true. Cunt's narcoleptic. No, it's funny because like people were like, people were saying like, yeah, like, well, I mean, then again, it could be just like the actor saying this, but yeah, like apparently the actor is narcoleptic in real life, and then like the actor is like, I'm not narcoleptic, I just have a thing for naps. He puts it on his Instagram. It was so funny.
And someone found a clip from one of the past seasons from OG Noir, but it's the same actor.
Yeah.
And he's just passed out in one of the scenes, but it cuts to like a reaction shot, and it cuts back, and he's fully awake.
love to see that shit, dude. It's so funny.
It's so good. Like, and some people are fucking mad about it. They're like, but the old Noir didn't have narcolepsy. Shut the fuck up, man. All right, it's a fun fact. Just chill out.
I know, fucking nerd.
Getting back to Ashley a little bit, I did like that she had to reckon with her position in the machine that is Vought, that she really wanted to get out. She was going to put in a resignation, but after fucking Homelander just lasered the fuck out of,
I know.
out of that whistleblower or whatever, she was like, well, I'm fucked.
Like, well, never mind. And then, like, yeah. Also, like, people were like wondering like what her powers are going to be since she took Compound V.
Yeah, so she's either going to be like the leader, or she's going to be like Medusa. That's my theory, at least.
Yeah. I forgot who the fuck they said they were like saying how like she's going to be like this like one person who's like very like mutated and shit like that. I wouldn't want to see Ashley mutated, but like, dude, I don't want to see her fucking big ass head, bro. That's fucking crazy as shit. If she has the powers like fucking like Sindel or Medusa, that'd be fucking cool.
It was when her wig came off. I was like, oh,
yeah,
man.
I was like, oh
no. Sometimes, like, as I'm watching this show, sometimes just randomly when she's on screen, I'm like, all right, she has a wig on. Not the actress, obviously, but the character.
Yeah.
At this point, I was just disagreeing with her the whole time, and she was like, do you have any opinions that aren't just disagreeing with mine? I did like this season just generally that they were more transparent with their political influences.
Yeah.
That definitely helped. I mean, it hurt in some cases with the fans, I guess. And also they got review bombed and shit. But I mean, you got to make this shit clear, especially during an election year. Like we alluded to earlier, I loved Sage. I really love the way she was written. It's not just like, oh, let me type into some computer. I'm so smart. Oh, let me hack your system. It was like, I mean, she said in one scene, she was like, I could cure hunger. I could cure cancer. I could stop global warming. But what's the point? Because all these people fucking suck.
Yeah, that's true.
And she also said like the lines at she said Vought World, but she was like, the lines at Disney World are too long anyway. I'm like, that's real, actually. Mm-hmm. She's like, we need less of us anyway. Torn, why the hell did an octopus make me sad?
Dude, I know. And you know how I am about those motherfuckers, bro. I was like,
yeah, bro.
I was like, while I was watching it, and I was like, dude, like, I didn't think I'd feel bad for an octopus. Like, I know, like, those things, like, kind of, they can scare me. But, dude.
Did you have your eyes closed at all? Or were you watching?
No. I watched it fully. But dude, it's so sad. I was like, dude, ain't no fucking way. That's what the fucking.
That's rough. Fuck the deep.
Yeah, I know. I actually, I was kind of liking the deep, but then I was like, nah, dude, fuck you, dude. You're pretty trash.
I mean, he did rape Starlight, but
yeah, that's true.
It's like, yeah, I mean, first season.
Yeah,
I'm from the jump. He sucked, but yeah, they've done a lot to not, what's the word? Not redeem him, but make him more enjoyable of a character. But yeah, man, that was. It's like that entire arc. It wasn't really even needed, but it was a good inclusion. I liked it.
Yeah, for sure.
Despite it being sad, I don't know how the fuck they got Tilda Swinton to be like, "Oh, you made me come so hard." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, fucking seeing Tilda Swinton talk like that as an octopus was really mixed for me. I was like, "Wow, that's yeah."
Like we alluded to earlier, Frenchie and Kimiko's arcs were amazing.
Yeah, really, really good.
They both had to reckon with their past in different ways, and then they came together in the end.
Mm-hmm. Really like that. Oh yeah, you want to talk about Huey?
All right, bro, let's talk about it. So here's my thing.
Bro. Poor Huey.
Here's my thing. Everyone that's like really pissed about it. And look, I don't want to. This is how are we going to talk about it? I don't want to sound like dismissive. But like, there's people out here going like, "Oh my god, they're making fun of this whole situation," and even though he was raped, and this was like before even like the shifter shit, and I was like, he was not raped. He farted on a cake, gross. He got tickled a bit, weird, and he got some stuff smeared on his face, which he wasn't really his face. He was wearing a mask. And that's really about it. Like, I was telling Nicole, I watched the episode twice. And look, the first watch, it's like, what the fuck am I watching? On a rewatch, it's like not a lot. Not a lot of stuff happened, actually, when you really think about it. Like, it's weird as shit, and it is tough to watch. But not a lot of stuff actually happened.
Yeah.
To Huey, that is.
And so, like, one of the things that I will say is that, like, yeah, I've been like seeing like I've been seeing like memes of like people celebrating, or it's like one of those like basketball celebration edits where it's like the writers after making Huey get sexually assaulted back to back and shit like that. But like the one thing about Huey is that like I have said like poor Huey because like literally he like lost his dad, and then of course that whole thing in the fucking the tech night party happened. Ain't no party like a tech night party. You know what I'm saying? The fucking the boys Diddy, but pretty much like the one thing I will say is that it is like poor Huey, and then like also after like the shifter shit, I was like, god damn, bro, that's fucked. And I will say, like, people are saying like, this is really bad writing on them, and others have been saying like, this is like really regressive, like because, and this is also going back to like the comics, because like in the comics, like fucking Huey gets like essayed like multiple times. So
well, also people don't like the comics because they feel like a lot of it is just for shock value.
Well, yeah, it is shock value because Garth Ennis has a fucking writing and a mind of a 14-year-old when he wrote that.
Yeah, and so a lot of people, are mad that it's like you said, it's progressing and being more like the comic, which isn't necessarily a good thing.
Yeah, no, and it is a thing to where like, like when it comes to like Huey's writing. I mean, the back end of the season, I'm pretty much like neutral about it. It's like, it's like I understand why people will say it's bad, and I can understand like it is bad to a point, but like it doesn't really like I'm not like up in arms about it.
Yeah, I understand why people don't like it, but personally, I'm not that bothered by it.
And
am I desensitized? Probably.
Yeah, probably, yeah. But also it comes to a thing to where some people have been saying like, oh yeah, like I feel like the boys writers have, or like at least in this season, people were saying that like Huey has taken like a back seat and like in terms of like, you know, being like the protagonist. And while the show was and kind of is primarily focused on Huey, it is still an ensemble, like a show with an ensemble cast. So like while Huey is a protagonist of sorts, he's not the protagonist in some cases.
Definitely.
While the show has to focus on other people as well.
And I see a lot of people complaining that because in the early seasons, I say in the early seasons, just the seasons that aren't season 4, 1 through 3, a lot of it is Huey and Butcher and their dynamic.
Yeah.
And season 4 barely had any of that. But again, with this season, they had to. They're on the completely different paths.
For sure.
So, I mean, it's not, I don't know what you want, man. like I feel like you can't just have some like forced contrived scene just to get some Huey Butcher stuff. I mean, we did in the finale, or the second to last episode. I don't remember, when Butcher called him and he was like, "Tell the boys I'm sorry," or whatever. Oi, oi, Huey. Oi, oi.
Homelander didn't kill me, but it took me bloody son.
Womp, womp.
Womp, womp. Cut the Starlight. But yeah, no, yeah, we did get that like little conversation with them about that. But yeah, I still think that like, yeah, you know, like while Huey was the antagonist in the early seasons, he is not the antagonist right now. He's a protagonist. Sorry, not antagonist. But yeah, and speaking about Butcher, that whole dude, I fucking love that whole Kessler thing going on with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Shit's fucking crazy.
I thought it got a little bit tired towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I think for me, like, I didn't really mind it too much, just because like, because at some point he was gonna give in.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of when it was.
I guess it's less that I got tired and more like, well, I did get tired, but it was more like I think I wanted Becca to step in more.
Okay, yeah.
Because clearly it's like
that
angel and devil on his shoulders.
Yeah, for sure.
But it felt like devil 80% of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I think it would have been like perfect for Becca to have come in like with the whole like Ryan shit going on with him and Grace. That would have been pretty cool to see.
Sure.
But yeah, no, but yeah, I understand. Yeah, Becca should have definitely stepped in a lot more. But I also like loved how like, you know, that that theory came to life in one of the episodes where like all you see is Kessler with Butcher instead of anyone else. And then it's like, oh yeah, I'm in your brain. You let me fucking die, bro. But I also like love the fact that like we got more of like Butcher's demons basically saying like, oh yeah, like, you know, like you ended up like fucking a waitress while you were drunk.
Yeah.
And like you ended up doing all this shit, like do you even really care about Becca and stuff like that? I like that type of stuff. That was really cool to see. And then, you know, bro fucking gave in, dude, gave into that symbiote, bro. And then I fucking like immediately, you know, when Butcher came in looking all fucking young, I was like, what the fuck happened? Like, bro's like 20 years younger. And then I was like, oh wow, more tentacles. Crazy. It's all everyone ever has.
Killed me wife and took me bloody son.
Womp womp. The most Australian British person.
That scene, or the fight scene with Noir, Deep, and the boys. She could have killed the Deep.
I know.
I feel like it was kind of a cop out.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't just end them.
Speaking about going more with Starlight, you know, people are saying like it's like bad writing how, you know, she has like all these powers and people tell her like, you know, like put it away. And we've seen that in the past, like in like season 3 and now season 4. But yeah, you know, Starlight's powers have taken a really, really big backseat recently. up until the very end of the finale where she fucking flies away like Iron Man. But yeah, she definitely could have killed the Deep for sure.
Yeah, it just felt like yeah, we could kill the Deep here, but we like his character and want to use him more, so let's not.
But yeah, it became a thing to where I feel like, and that's the thing with this season going to the next one. I thought that because things were going to take such a drastic turn, I thought more people were going to die, and that included more members of the Seven. So I think that would have upped the stakes even more. Well, I mean, of course, in terms of like Homelander doesn't really give a fuck about the Deep. I mean, he's just a fucking person to him. But like, had the Deep died or whatever, that would have been like, oh wow, like they killed a person of the Seven, and like this whole Starlighter thing or whatever shit could like, go into that.
Yeah, it was just kind of annoying.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I understand that for sure.
Because like she was fucking him up too, and it's like, and it was really cathartic considering what he did to her. Yeah. And it's just you're not gonna. Yeah, I don't know.
But dude, she tried to cancel him. It's kind of fucked up.
And then you went womp womp womp.
I know, right? Stop fucking crying, bitch. Wah, wah, wah. I don't want to fucking hear it. But you want to know who I also thought had a really interesting arc in this season?
Who?
MM.
Oh yeah.
But the whole
OCD crazy that they recast him though.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. But I'm glad that like it's so fucking crazy because like fucking Laz Alonso, like he still looks really good for his age, and the fact that he still like looks like big, but like the fact that he was like even bigger at his age, I was like, damn, that's fucking crazy as shit. Think about. But yeah, no, I like the whole like OCD thing that they were doing, and how of course he was like losing the weight and like shaving his beard, and I like that whole thing going on, and the fact that he wants to get better for his family.
Sometimes his accent's really funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he's talking to Butcher. He's like, I know you, Butcher. You you are a motherfucker, but you're a motherfucker with a whole heart.
Yeah. Very, very New York. Very New York-ish. Oh yeah. Poor MM in a way that like, because the whole fucking Todd's just packing, bro.
Yeah. that was insane.
That was fucking crazy.
Good thing he's dead though. Fuck that guy.
I think I texted you about it. Yeah, I was like, dude, like you're gonna like this episode because of what happens. And people were like they were divisive about that too. They're like, well, yeah, Todd's a piece of shit, but he doesn't deserve to die. I'm like, hey, brother.
Disagree.
I liked seeing that. That sounds fucked up to say. It sounds like I'm a psychopath, but I was pleased.
Yeah, I'm
just glad A-Train wasn't the one that did it.
True.
Didn't want that regression of his character.
To go back to Starlight a bit, Erin Moriarty's performance when she was the shifter was so good.
That's great. I'm glad that like she was able to develop more of that range in this season. It was really, really fucking good.
Eric Kripke, actually, because he directed that episode, he said that he actually initially wanted the shifter to be more like more stoic and and calm. He said he specifically said like in T2, the Terminator in T2, or like
the fucking T-1000,
or like dude from the Matrix, Agent Smith.
Mm-hmm.
But then Aaron was like, I'm gonna try it more manic and stuff, and that's obviously what made it to the episode. That's a great choice because she was incredible. I'm glad that like they went in that direction, because it also makes sense for the character, like knowing that like she can take people's appearances and their abilities along with their memories. And I felt like also within that point in time, we once you start to have abilities like that, you start to like lose your sense of self, and you become like this different person because you're developing so many different personalities. Yeah. So I love the way they went in that direction. A lot of people are praising the effect.
What?
The shape-shifting effect, like you choose a person, you just fucking rip your fucking skin off.
Oh, dude, bro, I was like, it was fucking crazy how like, you know, the whole twist of like, you know, seeing like the real Starlight in that like little like thing, or that little fucking fucked up place, a little trap house. You see that fucking skin on the floor. I was like, holy shit, that's fucking crazy.
I will say the idea, you know, tearing the skin off to shapeshift, that's in Lovecraft country.
Yeah, I haven't seen that shit, and you know, due to my fear of tentacles.
There is no tentacles.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There is in the first episode, but it's short. It's short lived.
No,
it's literally barely even there. It's like Tilda Swinton levels.
I'm scared of Lovecraft. I'm scared of Lovecraftian things.
Well, it's not that. That's the only.
No,
it's a good show.
I don't want to do this anymore.
It has your idol in it.
My idol?
Yeah, your idol.
Jonathan Majors? That's fucking crazy. Why are you calling him my idol?
It's your idol, bro.
Nah, my idol is Yes King, bro.
Oh, he admits it. He admits it.
Yes King.
I think Erin Moriarty really just this whole season was really stepped up.
Yeah,
obviously not that she was like bad at all in the past seasons, but like I really liked her performance in this season.
Speaking of Erin Moriarty, I want to go into the whole thing with her, like in her whole character being trapped.
Oh
no, not her face. Or I'm not. Fuck the internet for saying that shit, bro. You're not gonna convince me that Erin Moriarty still doesn't look bad as fuck. Like Erin Moriarty, great looking woman. Like with or without the shirt, like bro, get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Glad we're on the same page. I will say sometimes the lighting does not do her any favors.
Oh yeah, no, like there's like some little, even like, and like a couple of cuts of when she, as the shifter, she was speaking. Yeah, some of the lighting did not do justice, but I don't.
Oh really? I thought it was the opposite. Actually, I thought for whatever reason, when she was the shifter, I thought her face looked softer.
I can see that too.
And it was cutting to regular Annie. I was like, what's going on here?
But so whatever. Erin Moriarty still looks bad as fuck. But I want to talk about the dialogue of, or like say the writing of that whole scene where, you know, they find her and she's going off at Huey because, you know, of course the shifter explained how like we, you know, I fucked Huey and like he proposed to me.
Yeah.
And so people
are fucking
people were upset because, you know, obviously, you know, so like fucking Starlight was locked up in there for 10 days. Didn't know that, you know, I didn't know that like fucking Hugh didn't know that it was her. But then it's also just like, you know, going off on Huey for that. And it's part of me is like, you know, I can see both sides. Obviously Hugh didn't know because like it was so much like the real Annie. But the only time where he figured it out was that whole line of dialogue. And then like I can understand from, you know, Annie's point of view that like, yeah, like I was locked up there. Where the fuck were you? How did you not know? You fucking proposed to this person. But it's obviously, you know, it's in shock. And part of me, I was like, part of me when we're watching the episode, I was like, damn, like he was just getting fucking destroyed this season. But I was like, well, I understand. So just a bunch of fuck off from everyone.
Here's my thing, right? Everyone's like, why Starlight getting mad at Huey? Okay. So Huey doesn't know, right?
Yeah,
we know that. He was more sus. He was more sus towards the end, but he didn't know. Starlight comes back. She or the shifter tells her, yeah, I fucked Huey. I proposed to him. She has the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Starlight finds them. She kills the shifter, I think.
Yeah.
She kills the shifter. She rants at Huey, but later she makes it pretty clear that she's not like, it's not like she broke up with him. Obviously she's gonna get mad. He fucked someone else. It doesn't matter if you're in her shoes, you're gonna be pissed.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You're gonna, but she understands. She's like, yeah, you didn't know, but I'm still pissed. because it just happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like this shit's fresh. And it's like, yeah, she's taking it out on Huey, but she has no one else to take it out on.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I said, like, I understand that it's coming from both sides. Because, like, yeah, like literally fucking, she's dealing with a whole bunch of fucking trauma and, like, shock and everything like that.
She has no one else to take it out on. She's essentially forgives Huey. She's like, I'm still mad, but like, we're fine.
Fucking, I love when Huey's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's like, fuck yeah, Huey, fuck yeah.
He's like, fuck yeah, we're so back. We're so fucking back. Now,
I just feel like people are. It's like they're treating her like MJ in Spider-Man 2 or in the Raimi trilogy, where it's like it's not. It's deeper than that.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely like fucking MJ and Spider-Man 3. It's like yeah, like, you know, you fucking kiss this woman. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, like while she was awful in that movie, he did kiss another woman.
Yeah, he did kiss another woman,
and it was just like, oh, it's whatever.
He asked for it too.
Yeah, it's deeper that she's allowed to be mad.
Yeah, of course. So yeah. We are not blaming Starlight for anything. We understand her side. We understand your side.
Starlight did nothing wrong. Hashtag Erin Moriarty's still a baddie. Hashtag really great performance from Erin Moriarty.
Oh my god. Erin Moriarty better win hella awards for performance this season.
Well, it's the same with Anthony Starr.
Anthony Starr as well, dude.
He was fucking, especially that one episode. Told bro to jerk it, bro.
I know. Oh my god,
bro, he told bro to jerk it.
Yeah, the one scene. Yeah, the one fucking episode with him in the fucking like lab. That shit was fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. And like, I also like love the fact. Okay, obviously, you know, like the like older woman who like took care of him or whatever. Obviously, you know, Homelander doesn't kill people who like don't fear him, and that's like, it's in comics and it's in the universe as well, in like live action. But I love the fact that like, obviously she didn't get killed because she doesn't fear him, but like that whole scene where there's a 360 around the fucking room and it's all bloody everywhere, and he's in it cuts him in the elevator with him smiling. Oh my god, dude, it's so fucking good.
So good.
So good.
Yeah, I saw someone say that like, I don't care if the Boys is the worst show on TV. If I see Carl Urban show up and he's like, oi, oi, boys, and makes like he goes, things are about to get fucking diabolical, and does that stupid little smirk, I'm fucking in.
Right.
It's like, I love him so much. It's like, I don't give a shit, bro.
Fucking crazy. Another character I want to talk about, Vicky. Did you feel like she was gonna die?
I felt like they were leading to that. Yes, I didn't expect her to die in the way that she did.
Mm-hmm, yeah. I definitely felt, I didn't feel like she was gonna die up until it was the house scene, the scene of her in the house in the finale talking to Huey.
Yeah, I agree. I was like, yeah, her fate's sealed.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, because like,
I thought maybe it was like a next season thing.
yeah, I thought like, yeah. But yeah, no, I think Vicky in this season was really, really cool in this season. I love the fact that, like, you know, obviously in season 2 and season 3, she was kind of like this, like, you know, I wouldn't say like, I mean, I guess I'm just use the word, but like unbeatable person, or this person that had like a bunch of immunity, right?
Yeah.
But then you see, like, over the course of the episodes in the season where, like, yeah, she's fucking trapped. She's like royally fucked.
Yeah, and you see that because Homelander himself is like keeping things from her. She didn't know about like the internment camps,
yeah,
and stuff like that. That she's like, I think that really was like, oh fuck, what have I gotten myself into? I think before season 5 comes out, which I think Carl Urban said 2026. I think before that comes out, I really need to rewatch the past seasons because there's a lot of stuff that I just forgot. Like I saw some like compilations and stuff like on TikTok, and I was like, I don't remember a lot of that.
Yeah, I know. I've been seeing like more edits and stuff like that, and I remember like glimpses of like season 1 So yeah, I really want to go back and watch like season 1 and remember season 2 and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, I didn't think fucking Vicky was gonna get torn apart like that. I was like, God damn, that shit fucking crazy. And another thing, fucking people were complaining about like her powers in the writing about that. People were like, oh my god, like why did why didn't Vicky like use her powers more, or like why did she use her powers when before Butcher like was about to kill her? Because like obviously like, and I think it was season 2 or like or yeah, no, they were saying why didn't she like use more of like the blood spot blood fucking power shit
Blood
than
bending.
that. Yeah, blood bending pretty much. So like just covering her eyes. That's pretty much like another thing I've been saying is that like people were complaining about like her power set and how like it wasn't used efficiently in this season, or at least like recently. So yeah, I don't know. Goes fast as fuck though.
Yeah, I think when there's outrage about a character death, I think generally people complain about the execution, but ultimately it's like it's a good sign when people are mad, because it's like people like this character a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a fantastic character. I do think it's funny that sometimes her and Huey have a ton of chemistry, considering.
that they're dating in real life.
Yeah, and you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about a lot of the stuff that we liked. Do you have any complaints?
Do I have any complaints?
Yeah, about this season, yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a complaint, but I will say I wish I saw the Gen V motherfuckers more. I thought they're gonna be more involved in this season a little bit.
Sure.
But yeah, that's not really like a complaint. It's more like a really minor like nitpick. Because you see him at that little like VOT D23 thing with the
and then you see him
like
at the
you
end.
see him at the finale. Yeah. Fucking Kate done told Frenchie there's femboys in the van.
Oh my god.
That's why Kimiko was saying no.
Yeah, that shit was sad.
She was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I was like, the second she was like grabbed, I was like, oh fuck, she's gonna speak.
Yeah, I know.
And then she just says no. I'm like, oh man.
She fucking flew into the fucking crate. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. I forgot how strong bro was. Yeah,
he's fucking bro. He got hit so hard he started fucking mewing. Can't stop that, bro.
I think one of my bigger complaints, one of the complaints is that Deep should have fucking got murked by Annie. But also one of the biggest plot points of Gen V was the virus.
Yeah.
And then in this season, they're like, oh well.
Yeah, I understand that. I think it's because I think too, the virus thing, I feel like, I felt like things had just progressed way more than just like needing a virus, because obviously it took they fucking captured Samir, and then they were making it, but obviously it wasn't like at its best, and then fucking Samir fucking hopped away, bro, and then Frenchie made it, but yeah, and then the fucking Butcher took it, but obviously but also, I think it's also a thing to where with the virus, it's gonna become a thing next season. So yeah, I understand where you're coming from about that. Let's say the virus should have had more of a spotlight. But yeah, I think
it's more of an impact if they're gonna make it seem like such a big deal in Gen V. Sure.
But like I said, it's also a thing to where things have just progressed so much faster.
Yeah. I think you're a Glazer, so
I am.
Oh.
Can't wait for fucking Gen V season 2, whenever that is.
Next year.
Next year?
Yeah.
I want to see more of
which is nice. It's like we got Gen V next year, Boys season 4, next year Gen V season 2, next year Boys season 5.
And then that's it. And then we have the Boys Mexico and the Boys South America, the Boys Texas.
Imagine we get to the end of the Boys and Homelander's not dead.
I probably would be really fucking annoyed.
Yeah. I think there is a line.
It's like, oh yeah, Gen V season 3, they're gonna kill Homelander. Nope, the Boys Mexico, he's still alive.
The only way I could see them getting away with that is if they do the Boys season 5 is the last season, but the end of The Boys is like a fucking movie or some shit.
Yeah, and like Laz Alonso has said something. He has said something along the lines of like that.
He wants to do a movie,
And I fucking saw a thing. I'll explain it. Where like it was a quote tweet. It was like, "I fucking hate Demon Slayer for what they did to this." Because basically, fucking Demon Slayer is basically like they make like a bunch of fucking movies and like they like leave their seasons on like a cliffhanger, which I would be really annoyed at. But yeah, they better end it on season 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I have like any like complaints because it's like, you know, fortunately for me, I had what?
Sorry, I do have another complaint.
What?
Look, as much as I did say, like the whole stuff with Huey and the tech cave, it's not as big of a deal as I think people are making it out to be. However, I don't like the fact that they feel like they have to one up themselves each season. It's like, well, we got to outdo what we did last season as far as like something that's fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. You don't like them getting too freaky.
It's not that it's freaky necessarily. It's just I don't feel like, because every time it's like the next season, The Boys coming out. Oh, we did something that was so fucking crazy. Remember last season with like Herogasm? It's so much crazier than Herogasm. Before that, it's like, oh, we're doing Herogasm. It's good. It's the craziest thing we've ever done. And it's like, okay, man, just how about we just do the show, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, because that was a complaint too. Like with that episode, they're like, well, you know, it's funny and it's like, you know, a little freaky. It's like it felt like it took away from like the main plot point. Which, I mean, at the end, there was still something that was still getting done within that episode. So like, I'm not too mad about it.
Yeah, they did give $100 million to Black Lives Matter. So
yeah. Fucking ain't no party like a tech night party, bro.
Web Weaver was so fucking gross.
Like, he got fucking split in half, bro. That was such a great use of special effects.
Yeah, that was nice. So I guess it was worth it.
I know. And on the ground, you just see red and white mixed.
The safe word being Zendaya was fucking insane.
I know, right? And fucking, I love like the fucking butler. He's like
Alfred.
Like for years, like I fucking put up with this fucking man child. Yeah. all the cum I had to clean up. He's like, just go. I'll make it look like it was an accident. I also like love how they fucking made that shit an episode when the whole Diddy thing going on. Fucking perfect timing. It's like awesome, like Simpsons level type shit.
Well, yeah, you telling me, bro. You telling? I mean,
how'd you feel about that? How'd you feel about that guy? In the sauna scene. How'd you feel about that?
Oh fuck, I forgot about that.
Or gave himself pink eye.
Shit was so gross. So gross. I think that made me more uncomfortable than Huey's. I don't know why. It was so gross. I think it was the sounds. It was so fucking gross, bro.
Slosh.
Oh yeah, and he had an abortion.
Yeah. Fucking, you know, I fucked up, like, you know, firecracker. Yeah, I may have fucked a minor, but an abortion? Nah.
Also, I repented to God. He's cleansed my sins. And everyone's like, all right, we're back. Oh, the realistic nature of that. And there's some people who are like trying to claim that that's not realistic. I'm like, okay, man, just look at the Epstein files and see who's one of the presidential candidates.
Real.
Anyway, good show, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people are overall, people just gotta chill out a bit. It was a good season.
For sure.
So, did you watch anything this week?
I did. I watched the fuck did I watch? I don't think I watched any movies. Well, yeah, I did. Watched Longlegs.
Oh yeah. Please, obviously no spoilers, because it sounds like I will be watching it at some point.
Oh no, I'm gonna fucking spoil you, bro. Why haven't you watched it already?
I don't know. Stop yelling at me, man.
If you don't watch it by, yeah, you better watch it on Tuesday. $5 for a ticket. If you don't watch it on Tuesday, I'm spoiling it for you.
Please no.
But okay. Yeah.
Wait. What, cuck? just I need 100% clarity. Spiders?
There's no fucking spiders in that shit. Okay,
I'm just making. Then why would they call it long legs? I know the guy's called long legs. I get that, but
he said the reason why his name is long legs is just because like it's a fucking pair of pants. Because there's a line in the movie where it says, "I haven't put on my long legs today." But yeah, that's literally just his name. His name is just long legs. There's no spiders.
Okay. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
They're just snakes.
Okay, cool. I like snakes.
It's just flashes of snakes. That's it.
I like snakes. That's fine.
Yeah, I liked Long Legs a lot. It's one of my most anticipated horror movies of this year. Long Legs, as of right now, it is very divisive, and I feel like it's going to be like a cult classic for people who liked it. Thank God that I'm one of those people and I'm not a fucking loser. No, I'm kidding. If you didn't like it, whatever. But Long Legs was fucking great. Micah Monroe was so fucking good. I haven't seen anything with her since It Follows back in 2015. Holy shit. But yeah, I love this Silence of the Lambs, Seven, Zodiac thing they were going with a supernatural twist. This stylistically, it's fucking good. The shots are great. All the dialogue, especially the fucking sound. The sound design is fucking great. But overall, I think what takes the movie for me is Nicolas Cage. And one thing about Nicolas Cage, over his 40 years of acting, Nicolas Cage is he's a very he can be a very hit or miss actor for some people because he is so theatrical and his performances and everything like that. But I think that's what I like about this movie and his performance is that it's so theatrical and it's so over the top that it brings out that unsettling feeling of what Long Legs is supposed to be, because Long Legs as a character is this androgynous Satanist person, and so obviously when you're a fucking Satanist, you're not gonna have the best peace of mind. As Satanism is depicted in film, yeah, they're not real people, it's fucking experiments, whatever. But still, obviously this is supposed to have this sort of goofy campiness, eerie and unsettling feeling. And I think that's why I like this movie a lot more. It's because of Nicolas Cage. The runtime of this movie is actually pretty solid. It's 2 hours and it's split up into 3 parts, so you can understand where the story is going. But overall, I really liked Long Legs. It was so good. I'm gonna probably see it again before I leave. But yeah, it is a really good movie, and it's also the intro. It's fucking good. I'd probably say one of the best horror intros since Evil Dead Rise, as of right now.
Really?
For modern times. Yeah, modern horror movies. Really fucking good. I saw it in I think it was fucking AVX, bro. That shit was loud as fuck. For me, when it comes to movies, I have a sensory issue. I have
no, sure, yeah.
And so I was covering my fucking ears the entire movie because it was just so loud. But yeah, it was really, really cool.
I used to be like that, but then I stopped being a bitch.
Well, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, I had to do that. And then I also watched Cobra Kai season 6 part 1.
Oh, that's out?
Yeah, it was crazy because I literally fucking just it dropped on the 18th. I know
zero
shit.
Marketing.
Yeah, I know. I was well, I look on TikTok. There's a small clip of something like that. There's a small clip of something and it said Cobra Kai, and I look it up and I'm is this a spin-off or a kind of a little thing they're doing? No, a whole fucking part of a season dropped, and I was what the fuck?
Well, part of the last season.
Huh?
It's the last season.
Yeah, I believe so. Until they're making another continuation of the series. They're making fucking another Karate Kid movie with Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio. Yeah, it is. It's a continuation.
It's not, though. I mean,
It
Ralph
is.
Macchio's in it, yeah, but it's not a continuation of the show.
It is.
It's not, but
It is.
But it isn't. So
Ralph Macchio, like, he confirmed it on his Twitter.
yeah, and the studio confirmed that it's not a continuation, that it's its own thing.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'll listen to what Ralph Macchio says. He's a vampire. He outlives everyone. But anyways,
not incorrect.
Season 6 is the stakes is pretty good right now.
Juicy?
Yeah, it's a little juicy.
Medium rare?
I can tell. Yeah, I was gonna say medium, but I would say medium rare. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But like I could tell like there's like a little bit of like the formula that's still there of like some of the the teenagers, even though they're like fucking grown ass adults. So some of the teenagers that are still there. And some of the tropes in the dialogue are like, I wouldn't say like rinse and repeat, but it still follows like, how the characters are and stuff like that. There is an interesting plot point that deals with Mr. Miyagi, and I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting how that's going. But overall, like, it only has 5 episodes out so far, and I think like part 2 is going to come out like in November. Just kind of crazy why they're splitting up into like 3
I hate that
parts
part 1, part 2 shit, bro. Just drop the whole season when it's fucking ready.
Yeah. So like I was surprised. I was like, each season or each episode is like 30 minutes long, and I was like, well, 5 episodes is like really unheard of for a season. And then I thought that they were gonna, if it's 5 episodes, and it's like they should have been like at least an hour long, but like I saw that they were releasing like a part 2 and like of it, and someone said a part 3, which is kind of fucking crazy. I don't fucking know, but overall, I think the show where it's going in the 5 episodes, it is really good. There are some character development moments that I like seeing. There is also some inclusions from more people of the Karate Kid cast, and yeah, I think it's going really solid so far. I'm really enjoying it since I binged like all the episodes in like fucking 2 hours. That's it.
That's all you watched? Wow. I watched quite a bit. I planned to watch Alien and maybe Aliens, but I couldn't. I got a quarter way through Alien, and I kept getting fucking interrupted and shit, and I couldn't fucking finish the damn thing. So
start blasting, bro.
Hopefully by next start blasting.
Yes, sir.
You're right. But yeah, hopefully by next week I'll have seen Alien and or Aliens. But I did watch Starship Troopers for the first time.
Yeah.
Solid movie. By everything I'm going to talk about, I gave all of them an 8 out of 10. It's been a pretty consistent couple weeks for me. Starship Troopers, really solid. I do wish I liked it more, because I know it's considered like one of the best like sci-fi satires of all time, and it was definitely there. I just thought there was going to be a bit more to it. I hate the main chick. God, she's the worst. Horrible. I hate her. But overall, pretty solid. And that's all I really have to say. Just solid movie. Great cast though. The main guy, like I told you, it's like he was made in a fucking test tube. Literally looks like the main guy in Wolfenstein. Like, it's fucking freaky. Every time I saw his face, I'm like, this guy is like, he's like, you ever see someone that's like, they're objectively attractive, but they're like too objectively attractive that makes them unattractive? Does that make any sense?
I can see where you're coming from.
Because that's like that guy. I'm like, you're too perfect. And it's triggering like my uncanny valley kind of thing. Freaks me out. But yeah, solid movie. I also watched Lars and the Real Girl. Have you seen that?
Nope.
Do you know what it is?
Nope.
It stars Ryan Gosling. That's all you need to know. No, but it's a great movie. It was not what I was expecting. I went into it blind, pretty much. Other than the fact I knew this is the movie. I guess I know you've seen at least a small clip from it. It's the one where Ryan Gosling, he has a mustache and he's playing a fucking weirdo, like a loser.
Oh yeah.
Where that clip where he like a girl talks to him and he fucking runs away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that. This is from that. this is the movie that clip is. Yeah, you get it. It was a really solid movie. It was really weird, but like in an endearing way. You should watch it. I want to say what the premise is, but I think it's best to go in blind. Because it's odd. It's an odd film, but a good film. I also watched The Founder with Michael Keaton, the film about McDonald's. Yeah. Hey, bro. Fuck this guy. This guy fucking sucks. The guy from McDonald's just fucking yoinked the brand. What a fucking asshole. Good movie, though. Linda Cardellini's in it. And I was like, she showed up and I was like, oh, yeah. It's an automatic 8 out of 10 for me, at least. And Michael Keaton doesn't hurt either. But it was a really solid film. It was certainly interesting. It's based on a true story, whatever. It does take creative liberties, as all of these tend to do. Nick Offerman is in it. He's one of the McDonald's bros. He's really good. He's playing Nick Offerman in it, basically. And yeah, it was really good, really solid cast. Laura Dern's in it as well. And yeah, just really good. And then I watched The Acolyte. Now, here's the thing, Tor. Are you ready for a 15-minute rant? Here we go. Oh my fucking god. I'm kidding. It's not going to be a 15 minutes. It's not. Probably. Let's look at the time. We're like an hour and a half in. All right. If I hit an hour and 45 minutes, then there's a problem. Acolyte, really solid. Here's the predicament I'm in. The discourse around this, like every fucking Star Wars anything, has been infuriating. I don't know why I didn't take I didn't just stay off the internet like I did with Mando season 3, but I can't help myself, I guess. Just a bunch of people pissed off about canon and all this and that. I'm going to try to avoid spoilers as much as I can. Actually, no, I won't. Do you care about spoilers?
I don't give a fuck. I ain't watching that shit. Yes,
that's not true.
I don't
know. There's some characters that show up, like Ki-Adi-Mundi makes the tiniest of cameos, and people got pissed about that, about the canon and this and that. The twins are born out of the Force, which isn't technically true actually, but people were like, oh, it ruins Anakin's legacy. Huge spoiler alert, Darth Plagueis shows up for like 2 seconds and people are like, oh, that ruins everything. It's just the thing about this show is that it has a shit ton of things that on paper these fucking losers should love. Darth Plagueis, fucking Old Republic shit, Legends stuff. They should be eating this up. But because there's a couple black women, it's one black woman playing 2 people in the lead, and there may or may not be a gay couple, but it also just could be out of circumstance because they're in a female-only coven. Like they're getting all fucking pissy about it, and of course some people just default to, oh, it's Disney, therefore it's trash. Doesn't help that Leslie Headland, the creator of the show, despite her, similar to like Rian Johnson, on like numerous occasions, like proving she's like a fucking super fan, just fucking disregard it because she's a woman with colored hair. So she's clearly just a fucking woke leftist, right? She did a really solid job on the series, and the predicament I find myself in is that all these people are leveling all these stupid fucking complaints at it, that there's barely any, all the like popular stuff you'll find, there's no valid criticism. And I find myself in the situation where I feel like I have to defend this show like as if I fucking adored it, when I didn't. I thought it was solid. I didn't think it was great. I didn't like it the way I wanted to. I liked it. I didn't love it. It was my most anticipated Star Wars series. I don't think it lived up to my expectations. And yet I have to be like, this show is better than you're giving it credit for because your complaints are fucking ridiculous. Someone, there's a super popular, like semi-viral tweet that was like, oh, why does this look like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? What the fuck is wrong with that? It's Star Wars. What the fuck do you mean? Like it looks cheap. Those movies were cheap. And they're doing the very similar moves and stuff. The choreography looks great. It's Star Wars. It's fucking kung fu with light sticks, like some samurai shit. And you're complaining about that? Really? The Acolyte has some of the best lightsaber choreography since the prequels, and you're pissed about it. The fuck? You're the one that's complaining about all the lightsaber shit in the Disney stuff in the sequels, and you're pissed because why? Because you feel like you're obligated to shut on it just because it's Disney? It's fucking weird. But yeah, it has, like I said, some of the lightsaber action, particularly in the 5th and last episode, is so good. So good. Manny Jacinto as who plays the stranger in the show is stupidly talented. He has a dance background, so it was really easy for him to learn the choreography, and he clearly is putting his all into it. The show definitely leaves off on a cliffhanger, clearly setting up for a season 2 that I think is pretty much a guarantee that they're going to get. I think they've seen the outpouring of love that the show is getting, and the props that they are getting, and are tuning out the white noise, which is, all the fucking incel garbage that people spew out. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's not a perfect show. It didn't stick the landing the way I wanted it to. In particular, the first 4 episodes really weren't doing it for me at all. Like, I was interested enough to keep going, obviously, but it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't hitting like I wanted it to. Once episode 5 hit, things got a lot better and a lot more intriguing. But even still, like episodes 6, I want to say, I think it's 6. It was interesting because you get to see certain aspects of the story from another perspective, and so that was interesting, but it was still kind of whatever. And episode 7 was good too, but it was mostly episode 5 and episode 8 that really carried the show. Also, there was the 4th episode that was super weirdly paced. It was probably the worst episode of the season because nothing happened. And the way that people are shitting on the boys, it's oh, nothing happened, this is a filler season. Technically it wasn't filler, but it was just get ready for the next episode. And the next episode, in their defense, was fucking insane. But I don't know, they could have executed that episode better because it was just boring, because it was set up until the last couple minutes, because it was just ramping up. But yeah, it was I'd give it a 7 to a 7.5 out of 10, which is good, obviously, because the back half of the season really carried it. And I couldn't in good conscience give it a 5 out of 10, because the stuff that I loved, I really loved, and the stuff that I didn't like, I just didn't like. It wasn't fucking awful. So yeah, I mean, we got to see the first time in live action seeing a kyber crystal being bled. It was super fucking cool. There's so much good stuff in this show towards that back half that I think it sets up themselves really well for their second season. So I am really excited for that. But yeah, I feel like I have to defend this show like my fucking life depends on it, because people are so fucking ignorant. But ultimately, for me, it's not one of my favorite shows from Star Wars. It's probably below Obi-Wan for me, but I still don't even know if I'm in the minority for Obi-Wan, because I loved Obi-Wan. It's obviously below Andor. It's above Mandalorian season 3, but definitely under Mandalorian season 1 and 2. But yeah, but that's pretty much all I watched. Trying to think. I was going to watch the second part to the Crisis on Infinite Earth shit from DC. I think I'm going to wait to talk about that whole universe until it's completely finished. But regardless, is that the show?
That is the show.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to the Avengenerds podcast. If you want to follow us, we're at Avengenerds on Twitter. That's AVENGE Nerds, all one word. If you want to follow either one of us, you can reach me at @Zenith_ on Twitter. Where can they reach you?
At Touring Guy on Instagram.
Incredible. There's we also have a Discord if you'd like to join the conversation there. Those will be linked in the show notes. You can also check out our link tree for any additional links you may be interested in. You can also review the show in-app on Apple Podcasts. If you could leave 5 stars in a review, it will really help us out. Thanks again for listening to the Avengers Podcast. We'll see you next week for Deadpool. Deadpool 3. Torrin, you ready for Deadpool 3?
Yeah.